to MindBodyFood TV. My name is Viki and I am so excited to talk about this topic today because this is something that many people struggle with, and I think it's really important to tackle it head on. So very recently on my Facebook page, I asked the question, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Now, some of the responses were extremely negative, and the comments came very quick and all had a common theme. They all focused on negative aspects of themselves. A lot of the words were disappointed, disappointment, ugly, yuck, can't do it. Now, what do you see when you look in the mirror? The reason I like to ask this question, particularly when I have clients struggling with body image, self-esteem, or eating issues, is because it invites you to be really honest with yourself. When you listen to what those thoughts are in your mind, when you ask that question, what do I see when I look in the mirror? Then you have an opportunity to listen and take note with a pen and paper, write them down. All of that negative thinking that occupies your mind so much of your day. You have an opportunity to get to know what is really going on in your head and how then that might be interfering with making healthy choices or making choices that serve you instead of hurt you. Now, what I like to do when I ask my clients this question is to sit down with them and really go through the thoughts one at a time. So once you've had a listen to what your thoughts are saying to you about what you see or perceive when you look in the mirror, and you've written them down, you can then see them for what they are. So when you look at each thought one at a time, you're able to then ask yourself, is this really true? I mean, come on, when I look in the mirror, am I really that disgusting? Am I really that ugly? Am I really that yuck? Now, of course, when you only focus on the negative stuff, that's where your conscious awareness will go. And you're going to start to lose sight of what's really positive, what's really wonderful about your body and who you are. So when you take this opportunity to then question each thought as you work through them, is this really true? When I look in the mirror, is this the only thing that I can see? Is there nothing positive about me? Well, let's take away the good and bad, the all or nothing scenario, and really look at the question for what it is. Is there really nothing that's positive about you when you look in the mirror? Can't possibly be true. There is always an equal and opposite reaction or perspective. So when you look in the mirror, just try to find one thing that you like about your body. Now, this might be very hard for some of you to even stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself. But if you can, just try and focus on finding one thing that you like about yourself or your body. Now, when you do this as a practice every day, to find one thing that you like about yourself or your body, and you write it down, cancelling out one by one the negative thoughts that you have written down, then you're then going to replace that negative list, that negative thinking, with positive perceptions and positive statements about yourself and your body when you look in the mirror. And here's the thing. When you do that for 7 days, you have 7 new perspectives, 7 new positive things that you can now see about yourself and your body in the mirror. When you continue to do that on a daily basis, you're not only having to find new things every day, but you're also reaffirming them as you write them down on your list and reread what you found the day before and what you wrote down as a new, true belief and statement about what you see when you look in the mirror. Now, if you keep that up for a month, you're going to have about 30 new positive statements and thoughts about yourself and your body when you look in the mirror. So you're effectively reprogramming your mind to start to notice and see those positive things about yourself, instead of just defaulting to the negative self-talk and the negative beliefs or perceptions about what you see when you look in the mirror, which is usually trying to measure ourselves up against a very, very high standard, or against what we think we should be and what we think we should look like according to other people's standards. So I challenge you to do this exercise for yourself. First, really ask yourself honestly, what do I see when I look in the mirror? And get a pen and paper and write down the thoughts that come to you. They'll probably come thick and fast, because when you give them an opportunity to be heard, then they're just going to continue to repeat themselves like they do probably most every day without your conscious awareness of it. So as you bring your awareness to it, write it down. Put them all down in front of you, and then start a new project in a new line, a new piece of paper with new positive statements by challenging one of those negative statements every day and replacing it with a positive perception that you are now having to work hard to find in the mirror, so that you can value it every day when you look again in the mirror and reaffirm to yourself, I like this and this and this and this about myself, and build upon it over a period of time. Gradually, you're going to reprogram your default thinking. You're going to start to see more positive aspects about yourself in the mirror, and you're going to increase how you feel in a more positive way. I hope this tip's been helpful for you. Come and have a look on Facebook, like us, share this video if it's been helpful for you, and get in touch through any of the methods below underneath this video. I'd love to have a chat and see how you're doing. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.